aggressive.
Officials today, Jeffrey Hoffman, Patrick Kenny, Jason McGinn, about to get underway here with the freshman Stevie Davis at Fogo for Penn once again, squaring off against Conor Trant, and Penn will possess first.
He's going to the goal.
Lets it fly and bounces it past Gross.
So that's a good, clean win for Stevie. One thing that Taylor Ray talked about this morning was how
these teams separated by just one in the coaches' rankings. Penn at 17th, St. Joseph's at 18th. Another face-off win for the Quakers. Patterson picks it up off X so far. Davis makes it 3 in a row. He's beaten his man badly here, 3 times in a row.
Those are 3 crystal clear draw wins. So now you're going to see St. Joe's try to get in their ride, which they love. They want to ride really hard. They dump it deep and get away with it. Yeah, so nice games. We're early on here, so we're seeing sort of the early signs of the game. And the other thing Penn's got to worry about is throwing balls across the formation, because the St. Joe guys are looking to intercept and then go forward.
Conor Trant going forward, but he's stoned by Emmett Carroll. Ground ball picked up by Brendan Lavelle. So saved by one of Penn's Tewaaraton Award watch list players.
There, if you will, is they've got to check Patterson's stick as that ball's coming and don't allow him to make that catch, because that was the key play that caused that goal. What might have been a turnover had they gotten a clean check on Patterson when he had a chance to catch it. Here comes Penn's ride.
Back-to-back wins for Conor Trant.
Looking deep. Got there.
Pass does connect. Picked up by Carter Truesdell there as Carroll unable to slam the 5-hole shut. It's 3-2 St. Joseph's. Davis pulls it out to the wing. There's a win for St. Joseph's. Pass doesn't connect though, and that's a turnover.
For like unnecessary roughness or something along that line. They must have called that a push from the rear. Break for St. Joseph's. Early on St. Joe's, pace-off win for Penn.
Davis gets the all clear to continue.
Somebody mentioned to me that Stevie Davis was an unreal running back in high school. He ran for like 2,000 yards.
How about that?
He's an incredible running back. So I think that's why he wants to run with.
2:12 left. St. Joseph's back in front at 4-3. Will Roberts in for this face-off. He gets the win for Penn.
And boy, did he win that clean.
Penn looking to get set up here. Denola.
You got to turn and run back to the hole and protect your goal, not sub.
Under 41 seconds left when Penn scored that goal. Battle for this face-off. Roberts trying to pull it out. Till secures. Gets help from Emmett Carroll.
20 seconds in the quarter, Joe. I wouldn't mind just throwing this thing if I'm Penn. You don't want to turn it over in your own end. Great scoop up.
Smith slamming on the brakes.
12 to go in the quarter,
left.
Joe. Yeah. Far to see the game unfold. St. Joseph's giving up 2 easy dunks down their end because they're hyper aggressive. They're also showing that they can play offense against Penn. That goal by Richie LaCalandra, right? So, and a really great first quarter. 4 goals for each team. We're off and running.
Now hold's going to be called here. They'll wave it off actually because it was a clean win. Joseph's.
They'll kill you.
And you talk about those little mistakes. It's one of the things that you point out every week. But, George, we haven't seen that particular mistake all that often from Penn in terms of too many men or being offside.
Wow, they got bailed out with a penalty there. Because sometimes
first quarter, and, you know, he's one of the ones that drives this Penn offense. So if he's not delivering, you kind of see results like you saw last time. 9-8 win over Brown, right? He is one that you need to count on if you're Penn. Another hold here, Penn ball.
So that time, smart play by Stevie Davis. Quickly accelerate down the field and score.
Clean face-off win, Davis again.
He's being hassled, though.
Lavelle nearly lost his stick. St. Joseph's battling and competing. Pass still not connecting. Patterson trying to dig this out. And now St. Joseph's with possession. Man, they do not give up on one ball. Whoa, the boom lowered on that one, and a penalty drawn as well. George, that lacrosse is a game of runs. Hasn't been that way for Penn this year much, right? So the next goal, huge for Penn.
Yeah, gotta have it.
Davis couldn't come up with it. St. Joseph's with the ball. Good hand check there. Pushes the call. It'll be awarded to St. Joseph's. It looked like it was a clean check on Trey Ika before halftime for the Quakers.
Step one is win this faceoff. Gain possession, throw it to one of your attackers, have a nice, solid possession. So he's got it clean, bumps it. I'd bump that one along. There you go.
Step one complete.
That was a really tricky little play. Stevie Davis is helping this Penn team today. He's winning faceoffs and winning draws. He's got that one too. They're hounding him. Wing play's got to help Penn. They had it and missed it. St. Joe's going to come up with it. And they're going to get a little bit of a break out of this deal.
Good catch behind the cage by Dutton.
It's what we mean by St. Joe's ultra aggressiveness. The place where it's most dangerous against St. Joe's is in the middle of the field, where they attack like wild men. Right, clear chance for Penn here.
Battle for it.
Had it again. Still battled. Had it again.
Roberts
still a battle.
Trying to come up with it.
Still a battle.
St.
Comes
Joseph's
up St.
with
Joe's.
it.
That's what I'm talking about. And warm day here in Philadelphia.
Davis trying to push this ahead. Trant pulls it from between his feet, picks it up, and Trant with the face-off win.
Boy, Stevie had that one. They need to score more and manufacture more cutting goals to be effective.
That's kind of been Ben Smith's calling card in his Penn career. Pays it off there. Another big face-off. Battle for it. And eventually St. Joseph's comes away with it. Great check from behind, though, and the takeaway for Ryan McLaughlin.
Great play, and Penn.
With you, Jack Miller on the sideline. We are in familiar waters here. 7 of the last 11 between these teams have been one-goal games. 4 of them, well, 4 quarters have not been enough to decide them. We'll see if this is the 5th.
Going with Roberts again. Great play by St. Joe's to knock that ball. They're going to get a fast break out of this situation.
Extra pass just missed. Goal there, and a big one to put the Hawks into double figures. Face-off win for Davis.
And a good dump-off, too, that time. It's what we talked about, Joe. It's going to come down to face-offs, gritty, grimy ground balls, and quality of shooting. When you have your shots, you got to make them count. That was a great shot by Ruben. And if nobody can clear here, he should be able to run it out of goal there by St. Joseph's to go up 2. This is the biggest face-off of the game. If you're Penn, you have to have this face-off no matter what. St. Joe's double polling, so they've got poles on both sides. He had it the first time and the second. Wow.
St. Joseph's comes up with that one. Trying to get the clear. Great checking by Penn.
Pick it up.
Smith looked like he had it for a second.
Timeout. 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 Oh, man, I thought they were going to call timeout there. Watch your back.
Now Davis still out there. Goal game. St. Joseph's trying to fend off Penn.
First time grounder. He's got it. And he's got a lane to get out of there. Oh, no. Why would you go that way? He had a lane out.
Still stays in play, though, for Penn.
Now they've got their ride set up. They've got a man in the middle of the field who's open.
Lavelle.
Get out of there, Stevie. Get out of there.
Davis.
Someone's got to help.